Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. I'm super pumped. Today we're gonna get the transmission swapped out in the Surplus Suburban and make this thing a 100% runner again. Stay tuned. Okay, so status update. We've got the front drive shaft pulled out. We've got the rear drive shaft pulled out. We started getting some of the electrical connectors undone. We've got the shifter cable disconnected. We've got most of the electrical connections on the transfer case disconnected. So next thing I need to do is start getting ready to actually drop the transfer case out. Because of how the exhaust is routed in this truck, I'm gonna need to drop the transfer case off of the transmission first, and then I'll have enough room to pull the transmission back away from the engine and then lower it down. So that's my plan of attack. I need to get these crossbars that are supports for the suspension lift kit. I need to get those out. Then I'll get the transmission supported with a jack, and then I'll get the transmission cross member pulled out. So steadily making my way through this. We've got the transmission cross member out. We removed the transmission mount. Right now the transmission is being held up by a jack with a couple blocks of wood to spread the load over the transmission pan. The next thing I'm going to do is lower the transmission and transfer case as far down as they'll go while they're still connected to the engine. That'll give me easier access to get the bell housing bolts out because they're all tucked up there around the firewall. This is an 8.1 liter truck too, so it's even tighter than in a 6 liter. And then once I get all the electrical connections undone, I'll unbolt the transfer case, slide that off. Then I'll unbolt the bell housing bolts and the torque converter bolts and slide the transmission back off the engine. So here we go, we're making progress. I'm actually super pumped. Things are going to plan so far. So I've got the transfer case out, pulled that off the back of the transmission, slid it onto my jack there, lowered it down, easy peasy, nothing to it. I also have obviously the transmission supported by a jack stand right now. So that's going to give me a little more room to reach around, get all the wire connectors undone here on the driver's side, get the little clips that hold the wire loom in place undone so the wire loom is free of it, get the fuel line brackets disconnected, and then get the torque converter bolts out. The last thing I'll do is remove the bell housing bolts because once those are out, there's nothing holding it in anymore. So I'll get all that other stuff undone, the torque converter unbolted, the wire loom undone, the fuel line support brackets disconnected, and then I'll get the jack under the transmission and start pulling the bell housing bolts, and we'll be ready to slide this transmission back out of the way. All right, almost got this thing out, team. So we've got it up on the jack. It's supported with wood cribbing at the moment. I have one bell housing bolt left on each side, just holding it there until I have it ready to come out. So all I need to do is remove the one bell housing bolt on each side and pop the transmission cooler lines out of the passenger side. I already removed the spring clips that hold them. I literally just need to slide the lines out of the transmission. And then this thing will be ready to come down. So I'm gonna pull those out and remove these last 2 bolts, and then I'll sit you back behind and you can watch me lower this transmission down. There she is, out from under. I noticed as I was unbolting the transfer case, I don't know if you can see it, but this whole transmission to transfer case adapter is broken. I'm glad that the other transmission I had has a good one on it. And yeah, the fluid's pretty dark. I don't know, yeah, you can see from the video it's almost black. If I had to guess what happened on this thing, I'd bet they did something that caused this transfer case bracket to break, which then caused all of the transmission fluid to leak out, or if not all, most of it, which caused a low line pressure situation, which caused clutch slippage, which caused ultimate transmission failure. Fortunately, we have our rebuilt transmission in the garage. I'm going to bring that out. I'm going to make sure that all of my connectors are the same, that everything lines up the way it's supposed to be, and that essentially everything is good. And then I'm going to get that one wiggled under and get it slid up into place. So about halfway through this project, going along pretty well. the transmission is in. All the bell housing bolts are in, all the brackets are mounted back up to it, everything's where it should be, wiring is connected, plumbing is connected, dipstick is hooked up, exhaust heat shield is bolted in place. The transmission is in. So the next thing I need to do is get the transmission cross member bolted back in, and then get the transfer case slid up and bolted back on the back of that, and then fill up all the fluids. We've got the transmission all mounted in, electrics all connected. We got the transfer case back in, everything all connected. While we're under here, I'm gonna drain and change the engine oil because that's been in there for who knows how long. I still need to fill the transmission up with ATF. I also need to fill the transfer case back up with transfer case fluid. In this vehicle, the transfer case uses a specific, I can't remember the name of it, but it's GM product transfer case fluid. And then the only thing I have left to do that I'm not going to be able to finish today is I need to get new universal joints for the rear drive shaft. One of those joints is bad, so I'm going to fix it while I have it apart. But otherwise, it's fill it up with fluids, and then this thing's ready to go again. Woo! Finally, it's been a heck of a project. Here we go. We've got the engine oil topped back off. We changed that while we were underneath. We've got the transmission fluid filled up. The transfer case is filled up. So the only thing to do now, like I said, the front drive shaft is in, the rear drive shaft is not. So we'll start this thing up, check for leaks, and then we'll go ahead and try, we'll put it in gear and see if she engages and disengages. Here we go. No warning lights, no check engine lights. That's a good sign. All right, so we've got the engine running. We're burning off a little bit of oil from the exhaust from my hands touching it. I want to make sure the transmission is full. On the dipstick, so we need to add some transmission fluid. There we go. Okay, now we're reading in the cold range. That's where we want to be. So the next thing I want to do is run it through all the ranges, reverse, neutral, drive, third gear, second gear, first gear, to make sure all the fluid passages in the transmission are full. All right, so like I said, the front drive shaft is in. I'm not looking to feel if the transmission engages this time, although I'm sure it will. I just want to run the transmission through all the gears, all the ranges in the transmission, to make sure that all the fluid passages are filled up. Reverse. Oh, it definitely felt the transmission engage. That's good. We're already doing way better than we were before. Neutral. Drive. Oh, we definitely felt that engage also. Good. Third gear. Second gear. First gear. Second again. Third. Drive. Neutral. Yep, felt it release, disengage. Reverse. Definitely felt it engage into reverse. And park. Man, okay, all good signs. All right, I'm pumped. I think we're gonna end it there. The transmission seems to engaging in reverse, in drive, and all the manual gears. I couldn't be more excited about that. It's been a lot of work, but I think we're gonna have this thing back to road ready tomorrow. I'm gonna grab a new universal joint for the rear drive shaft. We'll get that stuck in, and then we'll go for the first drive in this thing. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. Make sure you comment, like the video if you haven't already, and be sure to subscribe as well so you don't miss any updates. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon.